Hi everyone! Let me share with you today my observations about how to put to best use your English studies. Yes, actually you don't need to wait for any distant results of your language practice. You can start profiting on it while studying English. Yeah, it's a tool for you actually to earn money. Yeah, and I, for myself, singled out some 3 basic things that you can do in order to start implementing this policy. Let me outline that for you. In at number 1 is the most important strategy or tactics or both. Yeah, you should work with materials that are relevant to your studies, to your work, to your promotion, to your hobbies which you want to promote. How does that work? Let me draw an example. Back 13 years ago, I had a student who had got a PhD in chemistry in our Nizhny Novgorod State University. She told me she didn't want to work in Russia. She told me she would like to work somewhere abroad, preferably in the Western world. And what we did, we started looking for job vacancies on various websites. We studied corporate websites of universities, companies, aggregation portals where they offer openings for international candidates. And we made up her CV, her cover letter, and she sent them out across the globe. Many of them, virtually many, yeah. And she finally started getting responses, yeah. They all were from Asia, unfortunately for her. And while she was analyzing them, we were discussing with her different information, all sorts of information about how people live there in those countries, particularly chemists with PhD, what they can aspire to there, what salaries they can expect, what taxes they will be subject to, how they can make a promotion there and stuff like that, and basically what are the living and work conditions there are. Yeah, finally she got a pretty attractive offer from South Korea, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. That was the position of a tutor of chemistry at a university. But I should say here that her level at that time was like false pre-intermediate. And of course she wasn't sure of herself. And she would say, like, how am I going to work there with this low level of mine? And I would go like, Olga, chill, you're very good at your professional language, and you've got your dictionary up your sleeve, and I'm there across the border to help you via the internet, stuff like that. Please go. And I really forced her out of Russia there. And guess where she's now? Now she's the principal engineer of Samsung. She is leading a group of scientists who have launched these foldable gadgets with foldable screens. Yeah, she's really made it big, and I'm so proud of her. And she started with that false pre-intermediate level of hers, indeed. Yes, and I work a lot with programmers, right, who see themselves in also some foreign overseas companies. Like Google, for example, Alibaba, or Apple, whatnot, yeah. What we do is we analyze different job interviews on YouTube. They solve tasks given by Google, sample tasks, and they explain them to me. Yeah, while explaining, they practice a lot of speaking, yeah. They work out some strategies for those interviews. Of course, we discuss things connected with life in those countries and work in those companies, how the administration cares about the stuff, what they can expect from their career there. And if they can expect any career at all, maybe it will be better for them to launch a startup of theirs, because some of them are really clever guys with brilliant ideas. Yeah, I've got some students who have their own business and they produce something. Like this bakery, I'm not going to advertise them here actually, but I would like to say a few words about them. They've got a trademark and they produce different kinds of pastries, confectionery, all this stuff, bakery in Kaluzhskaya Oblast. They've got a production site there, and they decided to go abroad with their products to try to sell outside Russia, maybe close to Russia but outside. And they put up a website, and we did a lot of filming, and we all translated that in English, and the owner himself presented all this to his potential future counterparties or buyers. He told about the manufacturing techniques, ingredients, and basically the thread line of his videos was how healthy and environmentally friendly and fun their products are, and how reliable they are as suppliers, right? Now, so we are putting now the final touches on that, and I hope that it will generate him some traffic. And while doing all this, learning all those speeches, planning, thinking with his own brain how to say this, how to say that in English, and then practicing it, redoing all those shots, close-ups and whatnot. He really automatized it very well, and he found himself fluent in some aspects, which provided him some kind of a base for further development, right? And he often goes abroad to international fairs where he represents his company and negotiates purchases, procurement for his company, whatnot, and he has learned lots of mobile dialogues with my help already. So, and what I'm going to say here is, you may really think hard and generate some kind of scenario for your English speeches, dialogues, relevant to your particular situation. For example, if you have a property that you're thinking about renting out somewhere, like Booking.com, Airbnb. I once did, actually. On Craigslist, I got some foreign visitors to my flat, right? So kind of, it's doable. You can make a video, fantastic video about the premises and the area around them. What they can do there, what they can buy, what they can see, what activities they can indulge in Moscow or wherever you live, yeah? And while doing this, you will learn a host of words and phrases, in not just separately, but in context, in sentences. You will pronounce them really fast. You'll see the difference, believe me. And after all, you can come up with some guided tour for them. This guided tour is a really voluminous piece of work. It will get you to learn lots and lots of English stuff about some Russian realia. Yeah, there's a lot for you to develop yourself. I should say that even if you don't have a business or do not see yourself as a high flyer in some corporate environment, right? But you still want to learn English. I've got a lot of such students, actually. Housewives, for example, who do a lot of traveling, yeah? They say, we need English because we want to communicate abroad. But just think about it. Why not try to cash in on that using YouTube as a tool or as a platform? While traveling, you can make clips of places you've visited in English. You will tell a lot about that. Yeah, interesting content, high quality approach to delivering that content under my supervision will result in some series of videos of yours, and you upload them on YouTube and wait. You prescribe the right kind of tags. It's just for free. It's actually the cheapest tool to promote stuff there online. Yeah, so you will learn English and you will try to monetize your videos. After all, if it doesn't work out for you the way you expected, at least you will keep your memories of your traveling, right, of your trips to yourself, and of how you were studying English, how you were getting the ball rolling about your language competence, right? And if you got what I mean, to get the ball rolling, to give it all a start. Because many people study for years, you know, reading all these dull, monotonous texts from different textbooks, which have nothing to do with their lives, falling asleep over those books and grammar exercises, and finally coming up with nothing. How come? What's the point of such pain? Yeah, of course I understand. There are students who are taking exams and they need to focus on grammar, for example, for those exams. And there could be some dose of grammar in the form of grammar exercises in their work. But even that is not necessary and is not the ultimate aim. The ultimate aim here is to get it deeply rooted in your brain. That's why you should make dialogues and share your life experiences with somebody using that grammar. Believe me, when it is put through yourself, through your heart, through your own processing, better to say, through your own processing mechanisms in your brain, it gets dyed in the wool, a memory of yours forever. Dyed in the wool means like 100% memory. You're not gonna forget it, or you will forget it, but then easily remember and never forget it at all. Yeah, that was the basic thing to do, right? And it's the most important thing to do. The second thing to do is try to entertain yourself in English. Don't be lazy. Watch films, read books in English. Yeah, of course I understand it's hard. You may say you don't understand anything. Yeah, why not do a bit of Russian stuff as well? But from time to time, and the more often the better, you should deal with English media. For example, some series on Netflix, yeah, that are pretty much popular nowadays, right? People are raving about them. They've got subtitles. Work with them. Pause the episode. Look up some new words in the dictionary. Put something down, because they're really worth your pain. It's authentic material. It's rich in idiomatic language, which is in nowadays, which is now being actively used by native speakers. So when you find yourself in a foreign environment, you will not get lost or confused, saying something wrong, understanding something in the wrong way. Okay? And the third thing to do is not to let your brain idle in terms of language practice. Whenever you remember about it, try to wonder, try to ask yourself, how can I say it in English? Yeah, how would I say it to my foreign friend? Yeah, by the way, foreign friends are very useful in terms of English practice. Try to scout out for somewhere in Facebook, joining some groups, groups of interest. Yeah, and when you get yourself to thinking about it. How to say this, how to say that. When you do your own research, looking up in the internet, asking me for help, or your other tutor, right? It's dyed in the wool, a memory of yours. The basic thing is to get your language baggage, working for you. By the way, a good idea is to say something useful in a company of friends in English. Of course, don't do the long run. They will not take you right. They will think, what the hell is happening to that person? We are all Russian here, and she's speaking English, or he is speaking English. Is he or she is showing off? Yeah, but just put in a few good phrases, or an idiom here, an idiom there, a phrasal verb there. Yeah, so actually they will respect you for that. They will think you're a highly intelligent person. Maybe you really are. I don't deny that. Well, these are basically 3 main things you should do. Let's summarize them. Study material that is relevant to your business, career, hobby, or self-promotion. Work on this. I, as a tutor and another professional tutor, should be able to devise exercises on this material for you and help you with videos. And then entertain yourself in English, okay, as often as possible. And get yourself to think in English. Ask yourself how you will say this, how will you say that. Put in English phrases. Put English phrases into your conversation, even with Russian guys. Well, and I think you'll bring it off finally. I believe in you. I'm an optimist. Thanks for listening. Have a nice day. Get back to me if you're interested in my classes. Goodbye for now.